Hello everyone, I'm Renowned Zero, and today we're going to be talking about the Escape from New York reboot that apparently has a gender swap because once again, Hollywood takes classic films that are masterpieces like Escape from New York with Mr. Kurt Russell as Snake Plissken, and we're just going to gender swap and think it's going to be a good movie because that totally worked for, movies like Ghostbusters, Ocean's 8, etc., etc. That definitely worked before. Nope, all those movies were flops. They were all shit movies and should have never been made. We'll go through this article here from Bounding in the Comics here. Director John Carpenter claims he's not involved with Escape from New York reboot. Says last he heard they were gender swapping Snake Plissken. Director John Carpenter recently claimed he's not involved with the previously announced Escape from New York reboot. Should not be rebooted. It's gonna be dead on arrival. A reboot for Escape from New York has been in various stages of development with different people attached going back to 2015 when it was reported that Luther creator Neil Cross had been hired to write a story in the franchise which also includes Escape from LA, which I'm sure they'll make Snake Plissken a bad guy, or he was a shitty person, or they'll somehow fuck his whole character arc up in some way, shape, or form. The project with Cross never went forward, and by 2017, it was reported that director Robert Rodriguez was negotiating to take on an Escape from New York reboot. He's not really a great director. They also seemingly stalled out in 2020. Writer and director Leia Bueno, sounds like a woman, so it'll definitely be shit, was attached to an Escape from New York project. It never got off the ground. More recently, a reboot was announced by Deadline back in November 2022 and claimed Carpenter was serving as executive producer of the film. I highly doubt it. He would never want to reboot this masterpiece of a film. May the wings of liberty never lose a feather. Deadline's report also indicated that Radio Silence, which is made up of Matt Bettinelli-Olpin, Tyler Gillett, and Chad Villali, would direct the film. The trio previously directed the relaunch of the Scream franchise that released last year. He also informed then, quote, "We're very excited to be working with 20th Century on that, but it's Disney, no wonder. We're developing our take, and hopefully it will be going to script sometime in the new year and just really starting to lay the groundwork for that, but very early stages. It shouldn't go anywhere. It should never be made. If you want to make a character kind of like this movie, just make your own. Stop taking established IPs, like movies, I should say, like Escape from New York, that is a masterpiece film. It's one of my favorite films of all time, with an amazing performance from Kurt Russell, who's a fantastic actor, by the way. And you're going to make this movie woke as hell. You're going to somehow involve Snake Plissken in the movie, and you're going to make him look like a shit character in some way. As for what their project actually is, Gillett just detailed what it's not. Not a remake. He elaborated that's one of those properties that you can't remake. It's sort of untouchable to us and lives in its own stratosphere in terms of how important it is to us and how much we love it. So it'll be unlike Scream, I think, a nod to and a continuation of what we love about those characters and that world. We don't need a continuation of this movie. This is the same garbage crap like what they try to do with Cowboy Bebop on Netflix. You cannot remake or reboot a masterpiece. It does not work. It is never going to work. It has never worked before, and it's never going to work in the future. Stop doing this lazy ass shit. It's annoying. While Deadline's initial report indicated that the film was a reboot and that Carpenter was involved, I hope not. Carpenter recently told Variety he didn't even know about the project, so there you go. He relayed, quote, "No one told me about it. This is the thing about my career in Hollywood. No one tells me anything. They never tell me things. Have they cast it yet?" When informed that they had not cast the film and it was unclear whether it was a remake or a third film, Carpenter responded, "Hey, great. The last I heard was that they were developing it where Snake would be a woman. But no, I haven't heard about the latest thing." Because Disney doesn't actually care about original IPs or movies from before. He added, "No one wants me around, and they don't tell me anything to keep me in the dark. It's safer for them. They don't want you around because they don't want you to put any input on their trash reboot or whatever this is. That's why they don't want you around, because they know you'll put in some input, and then you'll be like, what the hell is this garbage that we're doing to my film?" That's why they don't want you around. After receiving some information from his wife, who was present at the interview, Carpenter then stated, "Apparently we got an email. My wife tells me we got an email." The idea of Snake being gender swapped doesn't appear to be new. Carpenter discussed it with comicbook.com back in February 2022 before this most recent announcement involving the radio silence team. When asked if there talks about a sequel, Carpenter told the outlet, "Nothing that Kurt and I do is legitimate. It's all illegitimate. No, not seriously. Discuss the sequel. No, I know that there's a couple of guys over at 20th Century Fox who are working on a reboot of this whole thing, and they've got a director. Not sure who it is, but maybe you know." When questioned on whether Wyatt Russell could take on the role of Snake like his father, Kurt Russell, before him, Carpenter replied, "He's really good. Wyatt is really good, but it's up to him and up to Kurt. I don't know what they're going to do. They may even go for a female." No. When asked about other actors who might take on the role, Carpenter answered, "There's nobody like Kurt, and there's nobody like Snake, male or female." It's 100% correct. Kurt Russell is a fantastic actor. Look at him in this movie. Look at him in Tombstone. Fantastic. It's like no original ideas exist anymore in Hollywood for pretty much any studio. It's very rare you get anything original now. It's all reboots and remakes and garbage because they always got to take what's best about the past and they want to make it complete and utter garbage with, "Oh, we're just going to take your IP and gender swap. Oh, and that'll be better." Because like I said originally, that definitely worked out for Ghostbusters, garbage film. That definitely worked out for Ocean's 8, garbage film. Ocean's 11 and 12, and even 13, because the best was the first one, Ocean's 11, were great movies for their time. It's just like these idiots who are trying to do a female reboot of Fight Club. It's not going to work. You cannot replicate something as good as Brad Pitt's performance in Fight Club. It's not going to work. It's going to be utter trash. It's going to be utterly woke. It's going to be utterly male-hating. 100%. If they were to do something like that. And this will probably be the exact same thing. They'll take what came before it. They'll shit all over it. And then tell you, if you don't like this because you're sexist, you hate women, it's going to be the same old playbook as it's always been for all these Hollywood remakes and reboots that have been happening for the last, 5 to 10 years. So please, for the love of God, Hollywood, stop doing this nonsense. But I know they won't. But this right here, stop. Especially if you're not involving the man himself, John Carpenter. Oh, and also Kurt Russell was great in The Thing as well. John Carpenter's The Thing. So definitely Kurt Russell is one of my favorite actors of all time. Up there with Johnny Depp and Keanu Reeves. Can we just stop with this crap? It's getting old. It's getting annoying. It's getting just played out. And it's like just draining the life out of creativity in this thing we call Hollywood. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like button if you did like the video. Thank you to all the new subscribers and old subscribers, returning viewers, new viewers. If I did earn your subscription today with this video, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and comment below what you feel about all this. Hit the bell for notifications and set the notifications to all. That way you get notifications every time I post a new video. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.